Hi guys, welcome to Honest Tennis Reviews channel. So today guys, we have got the four final men standing at the Wimbledon semi-finals of 2022. So there were 128 players at the start of this tournament and now only 4 are left. Who are these four? Cameron Norrie from Great Britain, then Novak Djokovic, the world number 1, the 20 times Grand Slam champion, is the other semi-finalist who will face Cam Norrie from Great Britain. And then on the other semi-final, we have got Rafael Nadal, the 22-time Grand Slam winner, against Nick Kyrgios, the bad boy of tennis, as we call him. So guys, who's gonna win this one? Who are gonna make it to that final, and who are going to play for this biggest tournament ever in tennis to be created? Let's talk about it, guys. And before the match, my preview of the Wimbledon semi-finals 2022, I would like to take a detour and go through the matches that happened in the quarterfinal. There were three matches in the quarterfinal which took five sets. First one was Djokovic, who was 2 sets to love down against Yannick Sinner from the Italy. What a great hitter, man. He had Djokovic under the ropes. Man. He really could have just beat him that day. And I, as a Djokovic fan, I think that day I was very, very worried. I stopped watching the match, because I didn't see Djokovic, playing that well. But however, as the greats always do, as he always do, the mental giant, the Terminator Djokovic, as he always finds a way to win this match. He came back after the 2 sets to love down and beat Yannick Sinner, the Italian. And what a great match, man. You saw that sliding winner of Djokovic. My God, my dear God, what a backhand, what a sliding winner, man. Only Djokovic can make such a winner, man. Come on. Then talking about the other quarterfinal, we had between David Goffin and Cam Norrie. I thought, I think when this match came up, I knew Cameron Norrie would eventually win, because I thought David Goffin will have some problems, against the lefty players. I don't know why, but my guts just said that. But even though David Goffin, had won more points than his opponent, he still lost. You know why? Because in tennis, playing the important points and winning the important points is the most crucial part of the game. So Cam Norrie came through in 5 sets. Then Rafael Nadal, who had some legitimate issues, of the abdominal pain, but somehow he beat Taylor Fritz in 5 sets. He was really close to defeat, man. I think he was going to retire, but and many people say that that Nadal tries to avoid Djokovic. I can tell you, man, he does not want to avoid Djokovic. He knows if he wants to win this Wimbledon title, he will have to face Djokovic. He knows it. The only place Nadal fears Djokovic is the Australian Open, where he won this year without facing Djokovic. So that's all I can say. Even though Nadal wasn't feeling that great, but he went for his shots. He wanted to keep the rallies short, and he was successful in it. He was mixing the game very, very well, and really he just won the match, through his skills. Through his skills he won that match, and nothing else. Being honest, he's the most smartest player I think I have ever seen in tennis. He knows how to play with the opponent's mind and shots. So Rafael Nadal comes through that, and then in Christian Garin and Nick Kyrgios quarterfinal, Nick Kyrgios beat Christian Garin, not that convincingly, but still in straight sets. So let's preview this semi-final. I will preview the semi-finals first. The first semi-final that I will preview is Novak Djokovic versus Cam Norrie. I think Djokovic has a very, very good chance, and in my opinion a 99% chance here. I will give 99% chance to Djokovic to prevail here, because I don't see Cam Norrie beating Djokovic at all. They have met once in their career in the last year's Nitto ATP finals. Djokovic destroyed him. I really don't think Cam Norrie will be any sort of trouble for Djokovic this time also. And even and I also think, as a Djokovic fan, it's good to face Cam Norrie, a lefty player, before the Wimbledon final, where I think he will eventually face Nadal, who is also a lefty. It will be a great practice, for Djokovic, in my opinion. See, this match can go in two scenarios. Djokovic plays flawless from the starting point to the end point. He wins the match in straight sets. Okay, this is the one scenario. Second scenario is Djokovic is not playing good, like the way he did against Sinner. He played the two first sets very awful, so that can happen. So in my opinion, I believe Djokovic maybe can lose one set, or maybe even two sets if he does not play good. But I think eventually in the semi-final he will prevail against Cam Norrie. See, if Cam Norrie, if David Goffin, can take two sets, from Cam Norrie, who is very very much less version of Djokovic himself. So in my opinion, Djokovic can defeat in straight sets. Why not? I don't see any way. I really don't see any way how Cam Norrie can stop Djokovic. Djokovic has a better baseline game. Djokovic has a better point construction. Djokovic has a better serve. Djokovic has a better backhand. Djokovic has a better forehand. I don't see Cam, and Djokovic has a better slice than Cam Norrie here on grass too. So I think my first semi-final would be an easy one. I predict Djokovic to come through in here in straight sets. Then talking about the blockbuster semi-final, man. This is a semi-final we all knew was going to happen. After the fourth or third round, we knew this semi-final might happen, and it is going to happen. The bad boy of tennis, Nick Kyrgios, is going to take on the Grand Slam winner, Rafael Nadal. So, whom I will give my edge to in this match? See, there are many versions in which this match can take place. First version, Rafael Nadal is not having any sort of pain. He has taken many painkillers. He has taken many injections. So he will come out, banging. He will just kill Nick Kyrgios, from the start. From the baseline, he can kill Nick Kyrgios, and then with his smart play, he can mix up the game very well, come to the net more often, and he's a very good net player. So if he plays like that, I really think if he really plays like that, this is the first version without having any pain, then I see him being victorious at the end in 4 sets. So that's the first version. Okay? The second version of the match could be the Rafael Nadal has still some abdominal issue, and so in the second version, what will happen is the level of Kyrgios, is good. The level of Nadal is not so good because of his injury. But as always happen, when Nadal seems to be injurious, he will always get into the opponent's head, making the opponent feel like, that he can now lower his level because Nadal is not feeling well. But that can really hamper the chance of the opponent facing Nadal. I'm telling you, this has happened in this Australian Open as well, where Nadal had some issues sometimes, but he still won because he got into the head of the opponent. And the same thing happened in the French Open this year. Nadal had some issues, and then he got into the opponent's head, making them, lose their mental strength, and making them lose their coordination and their movement on the court. Okay, so in my second version, Nadal is having pain, but he still prevails in 5 sets, in my opinion. Okay, the third version is that that Rafael Nadal is having a pain, but Nick Kyrgios somehow wins in 5 sets. I don't see Nick Kyrgios, winning in straight set at all. You can just forget it. Nick Kyrgios is so inconsistent. He will not defeat Rafael Nadal in straight sets. Okay, then the fourth version, in my opinion, the fourth version could be that Rafael Nadal is having a lot of pain, a lot of pain. Okay, and Nick Kyrgios comes banging, shows the best tennis ever, then he can finish Nadal in 4 sets. So which version would I choose? See, in my opinion, I'll not be talking about Rafael Nadal's injury. I will just keep it aside. I don't think it will be much of an issue. I'm sure Nadal is going to take many painkillers, injections, to just survive that match. So I think he will come pain-free in that match. And I think even though Nick Kyrgios is a great serve, much better than Taylor Fritz, but I think I will give my edge to Nadal here in 4 sets. I think Nadal is going to defeat Nick Kyrgios in 4 sets. Might be 4 tough sets. Nadal maybe can lose one set by 3-6 or 6-7, and Nick Kyrgios, I think So what is the thing that Nadal has to do to defeat Nick Kyrgios? See, he has to trust in his shots. He has to make the rally short. He has to play the game smart. Change the game sometime. And mix up the game. And somehow go to the net more often. Okay, so that's in that way he can defeat Nick Kyrgios very easily, very easily. What's the thing that Nick Kyrgios can do to defeat Rafael Nadal? See, it all depends. It still depends on Rafael Nadal itself, but we will still see how Nick Kyrgios can defeat Rafael Nadal. Nick has to be playing the best match of his tennis in his life. Nick has to be playing his best match ever if he wants to defeat Rafael Nadal. Let's be honest, everyone. Okay, so he has to have a great forehand day, a great backhand day. Okay, then his serve needs to be working. Okay, the thing is that if his serve works good, he just has to work on the Rafael Nadal's return games, so that he can just break Rafael Nadal's service at least once, so he can win the set. And for Rafael Nadal also, I think Rafael Nadal needs to not get his serve broken many times like he did against Taylor Fritz, because Nick Kyrgios is a hell of a server. He will finish the match if you are going to get broken. Okay, so guys, who are going to make to the final? I think it will be a blockbuster 60th match between Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic on the Wimbledon final, and I think that's what I want, because being honest, I think Rafael Nadal has avoided Novak Djokovic so many times outside the clay Grand Slam, that is French Open. So he must meet Djokovic more often in hard court and the grass court Grand Slams. Oh man, this is going to be a hell of a match. I really want these to be fighting for the I think maybe the most important match in tennis history, because Rafael Nadal will be going for his 23 and Novak Djokovic will be going for his 21. And being honest, this will be one of the do or die match for Djokovic, do or die slam for Djokovic. So he has to win here. Let's see what happens, guys. May the best man win. But that was a preview. I think we are going to get a treat in this Wimbledon final 2022. It's going to be Nadal versus Djokovic. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Till then, next time, take care.